Coming up on Lexington Now, exciting news about Wood Songs, your PVA's open inspection period, and Mayfest. This and more up next on this week's edition of Lexington Now. Roberts, and welcome to this week's edition of Lexington Now, where as always we give you an inside look at what's going on around the urban county government. Wood Song's Old Time Radio Hour has been a mainstay in Lexington's live music scene for decades, and fans can look forward to another 5 years because Wood Songs has signed a contract extension with the Lyric Theater.
We're here this morning to announce that the Wood Songs Old Time Radio Hour will continue its partnership with the Lyric Theater. The Lyric was a gathering place, as you all know, for the residents of Lexington's East End for nearly 2 decades before it closed in 1963. And after years of neglect, our city recognized its value, thanks to the work of a group of dedicated citizens who never gave up on the Lyric. Today, this cultural icon has been restored and is now a community and history and education center. The Lyric hosts a variety of events. The Lyric hosts a variety of events that bring music and art and film and education to the East End. And one of those events is the Wood Songs Old Time Radio Hour. For nearly 5 years now, audiences have been gathering here on Monday nights for what's become one of Lexington's favorite traditions. And now with the contract we're going to sign today, Michael Jonathan and the Wood Songs team, all the volunteers and the cast will continue to make music right here on this stage and carry the images and sounds of Lexington to audiences around the globe. Amen. We want to thank the community and the neighbors of the Lyric, the board of directors, and the board chair and 1st District Councilmember James Brown for their hard work.
The Lyric Theater is a special place in our community. It is home to a lot of great programming, like the summer movies now called the Black Lens movie series, the Feed the Soul events, and the annual Kwanzaa celebration. Since the Lyric's rebirth, it has been a premier downtown venue. This legendary East End landmark has provided opportunity for hundreds of local and nationally recognized artists to showcase their talents. And one of our partners that have continued to make this possible is Wood Songs. So extending this partnership will continue to put the Lyric and our community on a national and international stage for years to come. Thank you.
We are so glad to extend this partnership. We are a great venue here, and Wood Songs combined with the team at the Lyric Theater make magic happen every Monday night. We just look so forward to this, as well as we continue to build our programming, such as Good Blues Tonight next weekend, and of course, as James alluded to, the Black Lens film series and educational programming this summer too. So again, thank you so much, and we look forward to 5 more years of Wood Songs Old Time Radio Hour here every Monday night.
Wood Songs has meant so much to Lexington, starting at the Kentucky and before that. But the opportunity to weave the great history and continue the great history of the Lyric Theater with the success of Wood Songs and Troubadour too, was something that at the time Councilmember Ed Lane and myself could not pass up and wanted to help foster in any way we could. And you know, sometimes you do little things and they turn out to be great big, and this is one of those times, because the brand of Wood Songs and the genius of Michael to do all of these things without having an aneurysm, which is one of his bylines, it continues to amaze and continues to rebrand the Lyric, this part of Lexington, and us to the entire world. And beyond all that, if we didn't have a mayor who could set a collaborative tone to make things happen in Lexington, we wouldn't be here.
John Lennon said that a dream that you dream alone is just a dream, but a dream that you dream together becomes reality. And none of this becomes reality if not for the community that puts Wood Songs on. It is all volunteer run, and I want to give you some facts about what this amazing Wood Songs crew has built. Wood Songs airs on 515 radio stations every single week from Australia to Boston to Dublin, Ireland. It airs worldwide twice every weekend on American Forces Radio Network. It puts the show on the radio in 173 nations around the world twice every weekend, and it has worked out so well for American Forces Radio that not only are we on their main channel, The Voice, but they've added us now to a second radio channel that they broadcast in 173 nations. There's always 5 cameras in the room, and because of KET's partnership with us, Wood Songs airs in about 96 million homes across the United States on public television as a weekly TV series. This is from San Diego to Vermont. Beginning in July, Wood Songs will begin carriage on a national television network called the RFD TV channel. This is available in another 60 million homes across the country, and it's going to give Wood Songs something that we don't have right now, which is a fixed national time slot. Nationwide, the same time. When you put all of those audiences together, the Wood Songs crew has created, with no financial transactions going on, a broadcast with an audience bigger than the Grand Ole Opry and Austin City Limits combined. And that is going to be an amazing thing for downtown Lexington, for the Lyric Theater, for this part of town, for our community, for Central Community and the state as a whole, as all of these different parts of the Wood Songs engine begin firing. So we could not be prouder to be part of the history of the Lyric Theater, the history of Lexington, Kentucky, the passion of a wonderful mayor. This is the grandest lady that we could be doing this show in, and we could not be happier to be continuing the partnership with the Lyric Theater. So thank you, everybody, especially Mayor Gray. Thank you.
For more information about Wood Songs, you can visit their website. It's www.woodsongs.com. David O'Neill, the Property Evaluation Administrator for Fayette County, has a message about the open inspection period for property owners.
Hi, I'm David O'Neill, your PVA, with an important reminder that we are currently in the middle of our open inspection period, what some folks refer to as the protest period. And that's when we encourage you to come down and talk to us if you don't believe your property assessment is fair or equitable. But this period ends at 4:30 Monday, May the 15th. In Kentucky, we reassess property once every 4 years. Many of you have received an assessment notice in the mail from us recently. We hope you'll take a minute and familiarize yourself with it because it's newly redesigned this year. We're providing you more information than we've ever provided before because we want you to participate in the assessment process. New this year is the snapshot of the real estate market in your area, showing all of the recent sales near your home. But probably the biggest enhancement is on the front of the notice near the picture of your home. We list the 5 recent sales of properties most like yours used to determine the market value of your home, adjusting for things like differences in square footage and other characteristics. But even if your property was not reassessed this year, the open inspection period is still available to you, and you can find a copy of your assessment notice on our website at FayettePVA.com. Your home and every property in Lexington has its own webpage. Go online at FayettePVA.com and enter an address. To see a copy of your assessment notice, look for the link that says 2017 Assessment Notice. While you're on FayettePVA.com, please take a minute and review the details we have about your home and let us know if anything needs to be updated. The details that can have the biggest impact on your assessment is square footage, number of bathrooms, and information about your basement and garage. We want you to have confidence in the assessment process. Keep in mind there are 23 of us here at the PVA office, but over 111,000 properties in Lexington. Hope, Letitia, Ronica, Damon, and all of us here at the PVA office work hard to make sure the work we do is the best it can be, but we can't know everything about every property, and frankly, mistakes do happen. So if you think you need to, give us a call at 246-2722 or visit us here on the 6th floor of the Phoenix building located at 101 East Vine Street. Of course, you can contact us at any time year-round, but if there's something that you believe needs attention, for your 2017 property tax bill, we must hear from you no later than Monday, May the 15th. Thank you for allowing us to serve you.
For more information about this process and the PVA, you can visit their website. It's www.fayettepva.com. One of Lexington's most popular spring attractions is coming up this Mother's Day weekend. I'm talking about Mayfest. Here's what you can expect this year, and if you take Mom, it's going to be a good one.
Hi, I'm Laura with the Downtown Lexington Corporation, and we're here at Gratz Park in downtown Lexington to talk about the 2017 Mayfest Arts Fair. The 2017 Mayfest Arts Fair will be May 13th and 14th, coincidentally Mother's Day weekend.
We chase the bees and pluck the flowers in the merry, merry month of May.
We will have over 100 exhibitors from all across the nation, including arts and crafts vendors, local food and drink, children's activities, and more. If you need a gift or just something for yourself, you'll definitely find it at Mayfest.
Oh yes, with ever-changing sports, we while the hours await. The skies were bright, our heads were light in the merry, merry month of May.
For more information, you can check out our website, downtownlex.com, or you can find us on social media, including Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The 2017 Mayfest Arts Fair, brought to you by Downtown Lexington Corporation, will be Saturday and Sunday, May 13th and 14th, 2017, here in Gratz Park and on the Morrison lawn of Transylvania University.
Oh yes, with ever-changing sports, we while the hours away. The skies were bright, our heads were light in the merry, merry month of May.
For more information about this great event, you can visit downtownlex.com/Mayfest-Arts-Fair. And coming up after the break, it's time to hit the streets on two wheels.
Hello, I'm Detective Mark Thomas with the Lexington Police Department. You may also know me from Bluegrass Crime Stoppers. I'm here to talk to you a little bit today about a new texting system that we have available through any smartphone. In the body of your message, you can text LexPD plus your tip to crimes. When you're submitting anonymous information, we ask that you include several things that would help us conduct the investigations more thoroughly, such as a person's name, their home address, possible license plate numbers, any other people involved, or why you think that they're conducting the type of activity that you believe that they are. All of those things, no matter how small you believe they could be, are relevant to the investigation. So please include those. So remember, you can send your anonymous tip information either through text, you can call the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers anonymous tip line at 859-253-2020, or you can go online to bluegrasscrimestoppers.com. Thank you.
Cigarette butts are the #1 most littered item in Lexington. Filters in cigarettes are not biodegradable like an apple core. They can take up to 25 years to decompose. Please put your butts where they belong. Don't trash the bluegrass.
Welcome back to the show. Another family favorite is right around the corner. I'm talking about Bike Lexington's Family Fun Ride. Here's more information about what you can expect this year.
Hello, my name is Kyle Frizzell. I'm an event coordinator with the Downtown Lexington Corporation. So Bike Lexington is going to be held this year on Saturday, June 3rd. This year, Bike Lexington is once again presented by Pedal Power. It's going to happen right here at Robert F. Stevens Courthouse. Most activities happen right here behind us on the corner of Short and Limestone, and we'll kind of start. It's a nice police escorted ride through downtown Lexington. We have a lot of awesome activities planned for that morning. Starting at 8 a.m. we have the kids rodeo, and then at 9 we'll have the Bike Lexington slow cycle. The slow cycle will be at 9 a.m. where the last person to finish wins. And then we'll have the ride start promptly at 10 a.m. For more information on Bike Lexington presented by Pedal Power, visit our website at downtownlex.com and also get on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
As the spring weather warms up, more and more cyclists are going to be taking the road for Bike Lexington and other events. But before you get out there are a few things that you need to know to stay safe.
When riding bicycles downtown Lexington, or anywhere for that matter, there are special traffic considerations cyclists must adhere to.
My name is Howard Florence. I'm a police officer downtown in Lexington. I've been with the department for 22 years. When you're on a bike downtown, we do encourage that you use the streets. The bicycle lanes are well marked, the streets are well paved. There's some hazards associated with that, as would be anywhere you're on the street. Watch for parked cars pulling out, watch for people exiting their cars, watch for the doors opening up, kind of a thing. Watch for pedestrians, they may step out between cars in your path. Make sure you signal your intentions to the motorist if you're changing lanes or making turns. And one of the most important things is to make sure that you stop for the red lights. Especially downtown, the cars are going to trip the lights. You're not going to have to wait very long. It's a safety issue, and it is the state law that as a cyclist on the road, you're bound by the same laws that govern vehicles. So stopping for the red lights is highly encouraged. When you're riding in the street downtown, always make sure that you're going with traffic. You don't want to ride against traffic. Stay to the right as much as you can. If you find yourself riding on the sidewalk, obviously that creates a whole nother set of hazards for you and for pedestrians. Pedestrians always have the right of way. So if you find yourself on the sidewalk, some things to look out for: don't get too close to the buildings. People could be stepping out or opening a door on you. And just the simple fact that pedestrians move so much slower than anybody that would be on a bicycle, you're always going to catch up to them. So if you're catching up to a pedestrian walking, their backs to you, they're not going to know you're there. So if you have a bell on your bike, you might want to just give that a little friendly ring, or just give a kind greeting just so that they know that you're there. And then make sure you still give them enough space, because when they react to you, it still may startle them, and you may not know how they're going to react. They may step into your path. So I just want to emphasize, pedestrians, they always have the right of way. And also watch for cars that are maybe pulling in and out of the parking garages. They're not really expecting a bicycle to be coming down, maybe, because like I said, you're going to be moving a lot faster than a pedestrian would be. So just make sure you're watch out for that. BikeLexington.com is a very good resource. It has links to the state laws for bicycling as well as the city ordinances.
For more information, you can visit lexingtonky.gov. Well, May is not just the time for hitting your bike, it's also the height of the clash between the seasons. That means severe weather can strike at any time. Tim Brandewee has some tips on how we can all stay safe as we weather the season. Severe weather can strike at any time, but especially this time of the year.
One of the things that we focus on a lot this time of year, obviously, are destructive spring storms. Historically, our worst storms generally happen from about late January to about late May, when we get the warm fronts come through and spawn off very often tornadoes. The best defense you have against destructive weather, especially this time of year, is awareness. And with the advent of 24-hour weather stations, but more importantly, personal electronic devices, the ability to keep track of weather as it moves and as it threatens has greatly increased.
And he adds that having a weather radio is an absolute must.
The single biggest thing that we really recommend that every household have is a NOAA weather radio. These weather radios will be automatically activated by the National Weather Service in the event of approaching dangerous weather. These new systems are great. I know that if people have had some of the older ones, they used to go off all the time for, every storm from Paducah to Pikeville. But with the technologies of the new ones, you can narrow it down right to your county.
Brandewie says it's especially important during the springtime because storms can come right during the middle of the night.
The siren systems we have in the city are only designed to warn people that are outside. And so if you're inside your house and it's late at night or you're in bed, the single best way to be alerted of the approach of very dangerous weather would be to procure a NOAA weather radio. They're available at Walmart's, Kroger's, Radio Shacks. We recommend that every family maintain one.
Brandewie says it's better to be safe than sorry.
Try to maintain a kit at your house, to be somewhat self-sufficient for a day or two. Our website, on the Fayette County Emergency Management website, we have some readiness tips about what to keep in a kit: a radio, a flashlight, some water, perhaps prepare for extended power outages, and have a plan.
If you choose not to make a kit at home, you should at least read up on some of the steps you can take to be safe inside of your home.
You should always get to the lowest point in your house, the furthest away from any opening to the outside, doors, windows, whatever. Of course, if you have a basement, basement's obviously the best place to go. Again, you just kind of want to get away from the outside in case things start to blow around, and try to avoid injury that way. But otherwise, our primary thing that we try to tell the citizens is be aware.
And in between the raindrops, you might want to fit in some spring cleaning. Lauren Monahan has some tips for how you can get the job done right.
Yes, there are lots of tips that we can discuss that can help with those spring cleaning projects, home improvement projects, painting projects, anything under the sun that a lot of residents are doing during this time of year as the weather continues to get warmer. Paint is something that we see frequently. If you no longer need paint, we have a few suggestions. We have a recycling program that was started back in 2009 with Habitat for Humanity over at their Restore on Southland Drive. They actually accept latex paint in their recycling program. They take that paint, they mix it with different colors. They've actually perfected a few different really neat colors with the recycled paint that they receive. And so you can actually purchase that paint as well. So you can not only recycle your paint, but you can purchase recycled paint over there at the Restore. That's for paint that isn't old, dried up. And so if you have paint that you are ready to get rid of, we just ask that you take the lid off that paint can, you mix it with paint hardener, kitty litter, sawdust. Any of those items will help harden your paint. Stir it up, set the lid back on there. You can set it at the curb for our crews to take care of when they come by on your regular service day. You can also go ahead and put that bagged inside your Herbie container, and that's also a safe way, of course, after it's been hardened. A lot of you, while you're cleaning out your garages or other parts of your homes this spring season, may have hazardous chemicals to get rid of. We ask that you hold on to those chemicals until our next hazardous waste collection event, which allows for residents to drop off any hazardous chemicals, old oil, oil-based paint, pesticides, fertilizers, furniture, varnish or finish, items such as this that you don't want to put in your Herbie since they are hazardous. So that we ask that you hold on to those until our next hazardous take-back event occurs. You can also look on the label. Sometimes labels on these hazardous chemicals contain information on safe disposal methods, or they have a phone number that you can call for more information, or even a website. That's something, if you'd like to just go ahead and maybe try to dispose of that in a safe way before our next hazardous collection, you can always look at the back label on some of those items. We've got a couple different ways that you can dispose of items that you may not need any longer. One such item is appliances. We also refer to those as white goods. That's anything from a stove, to a refrigerator or freezer, washers and dryers. These items can be serviced by the city if you receive city trash collection. All it requires is a call to LexCall at 311 or 425-2255, and we will send a special truck different from the regular trucks that service your neighborhood every single week. And so that's why all you have to do is call LexCall. They will send a truck out to pick up that appliance. Residents of Lexington can also take appliances to environmental recycling on Winchester Road, and you can visit our website for more information on that drop-off service. As residents get outside more in the spring and summer seasons and begin pruning your lawns and your gardens, the Division of Waste Management offers yard waste pickup. We pick up items such as leaves, grass clippings, tree branches. So we recommend if you don't have a container, please call LexCall and request one. This is the best way to have your yard waste picked up from your location. We have yard waste routes that run through the neighborhood every single week on your regular collection day. Construction and demolition material is not serviced by the Division of Waste Management at the curb. If you have this material and you have a contractor doing that work for you, consult with them. They may have a way to dispose of that for you. We also accept that material at our Fayette County transfer station located at 1505 Old Frankfort Pike. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to go to our website. We have lots of information on there. You can also call LexCall at 311. Our website is www.lexingtonky.gov/waste management.
We've got a busy schedule of televised meetings this week in the urban county government, including the Planning and Public Safety Committee and the Council work session on Tuesday, the Police and Fire Pension Board and the Board of Architectural Review on Wednesday, and the Planning Commission and the Council meeting on Thursday. We are busy. You can catch all of these meetings live as well as our other programming on Channel 3 or online at lexingtonky.gov. Well, that's all for this week's edition of Lexington Now. We'll return next week with more news from your urban county government, but in the meantime, you can keep up with what we're doing by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can also get 24/7 traffic updates by following us on Twitter. Our handle for that particular piece of information is @LexRex. If you're a person who likes to see exactly what's going on, you can check our live interactive cameras. They're on the city's website. You know where it is, lexingtonky.gov. For the staff and producers at GTV3, I'm Sherelle Roberts, and that's it for now.
The preceding program was produced through the facilities of GTV3.